My name is Reverend Joyzy Pius, a Catholic priest of the Catholic Diocese of Oyo, Nigeria. Currently the director of Psycho-Spiritual Institute of Luxtra Leadership Foundation, Nairobi campus.
I am Sister Rosemary Bassey, a daughter of St. Paul, currently working in Lagos Archdiocese. I am the vocation directress and also working in our editorial as a copy editor. Actually, many factors motivated me to write this book, but I'll use one which stands out. Namely, in my years of formation, when I was discerning my vocation with the Daughters of St. Paul, there was this experience that always left us tensed, confused, fearful, and some of us would even ask to leave. What was this experience? Each time a candidate would ask to leave, or being asked to leave the congregation, there would be that atmosphere of a funeral kind of an atmosphere that would be so tensed, and it always left me in deep thoughts. And so one day I asked myself, could there be a better way of living this experience such that it doesn't leave us so much afraid that we want to leave, we even lose the will to continue? So as I journeyed on, I discovered that living or being asked to leave the vocation is part and parcel of discernment. Only that at that time, I did not understand so much about discernment. And so I said, maybe some people are still struggling to understand this, because this kind of atmosphere continues to take place in formation houses, in the seminary, even among religious and priests. Whenever someone is asked to leave or has been asked to leave, the situation is not always a pleasant one. So I thought of putting into writing what I came to understand about discernment, that some kind of separation is inevitable, and then at some point a candidate has to choose to remain or to go away and embrace another form of life. So in chapter 1 of this book, there is actually a clear explanation of practical ways of making a happy discernment.
There are people who actually only just act at the impulse without discerning deeply actually whether they have to leave or not. I'll give you an example. Somebody who feel I do not have good relationship with this priest or with this sister, and because of that I am leaving the congregation. So you start asking the question, are you in the vocation because of that priest? Is the priest or the religious calling you, or God calling you? Who actually are you answering the call to? So the book actually touches on different areas of that, to say that, even if somebody is being asked to leave, what should be the procedure to come to that level? And if somebody is also discerning, maybe over time, to say, I am leaving, what are the processes that I need to consider before I say the final yes to changing my vocation, or, that kind of a thing. So that's just one of the things that also prompted the book. You see, she's the initiator. So it has to come from that. And then, of course, I was invited to come and contribute to that.
What makes this book unique, Practical Discernment, is the fact that there are concrete stories of people's experiences concerning asking to leave or being asked to leave. These experiences and these stories actually will help the reader to understand better what actually leads someone to think of leaving, or what makes a rector, a bishop, or formators to think of asking a candidate to embrace a different path of life rather than the religious or priestly life. So these stories are very practical, which may not be there in other books on discernment. Secondly, this book on practical discernment also has canonical prescripts. That means that whether one is asking to leave or being asked to leave, all these actions, they have canonical implications, meaning that a person has to follow these processes properly so that the action will be legal and the person will be free to embrace a different kind of life.
Yeah, just as Sister have said, when you read a book about discernment, we talk about discernment of the spirit. It's usually, maybe you are talking in terms of one of the skills in spiritual direction. In that sense, we talk more about discernment, or, of course, when the church is making certain decisions. Rarely will you find a book addressing the issue of my discernment before I say I'm changing my vocation, or the discernment process for those in authority before they also make that decision to ask me to leave. That makes it different, makes it unique.
Well, my advice would be, don't rush to make that decision. Think about it, give yourself time, know what you want. In doubt or you're confused, don't make that decision those times that you're confused. Look for someone who has lived this life and has got many years of experience in this life. Pray about it and then be courageous. And I'll tell you, courage, it is not an easy decision, because I tell you, many people have decided to remain in their vocation, not because they really want it, not because they are happy in it, but because they fear what the society, the family members and friends would say to them. They fear rejection and abandonment. So your happiness in this case matters a lot. You're not living your life for the society. You're not living your life for your family. Accept some kind of rejection. In fact, envision what will happen, what is likely to happen. So embrace that decision and make that decision that you will stand and raise your head and say, I am proud of this decision I made years back. And you are proud of yourself, standing up for yourself to work for your own happiness. Make a decision that rhymes with the will of God for you.
La sister have said it all again. When you also look at it, of course, when we talk about living, first ask yourself also, it's very important, why am I here? It is not uncommon to find wrong reason to join religious life. I always call whatever way God has called somebody a spiritual mirage. Mirage in physics is what we call optical illusion. So also to join religious life, we can have whatever is the point of a connection, maybe the way sister dressed, I like the way she dressed, so I also want to dress like that. Or I like what she does, I also want to do that. She's riding a car, I also want to ride a car. My boyfriend has gone to the seminary, I also want to join the religious life. Could be anything at all. Again, they are all points of whatever an attraction, something that gets you in. Many times, many of us get in not exactly the way we think it was going to be. We purify that intention as we get in. So if that is truly, people even come in because they want to be sent to school. I've seen that. Of course, some also come in to think that they can be the rescue of their family from poverty or whatever it is. Could be any reason. The struggles you need to become a priest or a religious, they are not as much as the struggles you need to be the religious or a priest. The struggles you need to become a priest or religious, they are not as much as the struggles you need to be the religious. And Jesus did not promise any of his disciples that it was going to be smooth and laughing and just joyous. But so in my process, is my discernment of living going to be because of my alignment with the call of God, or because of just some other flipsy, some more of things? So if they are living, they should think deeper. If it's the will of God that they will better serve the humanity in another life, another vocation, so be it. But they should not be afraid, like she was saying. They should not be afraid to take that. Everything in life has its own challenge. Religious life has its own challenge. Outside religious life, they have their own challenges. So, but don't blame anybody for your problem. Don't blame anybody from your issues, because it's your life. But also remember, you were called to it and you responded. I always like to align that very well. So, so be it. You can simply say it's for everyone. Priests, religious, bishops, superiors, those information, lay faithful who also want to understand our life, our parents, because they are also involved. It's not just for us alone, they are also involved. We came from a family. There are many who have left also who have called me that, please, I want to read. Of course, maybe they want to go back and look at, did I make right discernment? Or did I discern well? Or maybe, how do I guide others also who are going in? So it's for everyone, for the young ones, for the older ones.
So if our mothers, our fathers, our brothers and sisters, those in authority making this decision for others, and the candidates themselves making this decision for themselves, if they get to understand the content well and they know the process well, they will not fall victims of situations they regret for life. They will know ahead of time that this is what it entails. And so I can embrace the situation, not as a funeral atmosphere, but peacefully and with joy and hope that there is a better life ahead. Yes, so the content is for all who can read and understand.